August 16th, 1942, at noon, residents of Daly City, California witnessed a puzzling scene. A massive military blimp descended from the sky, gently landing on Bellevue Avenue at 419th Street. The landing gear touched down perfectly intact. This scene should have been a textbook, perfect landing, until firefighters rushed to the cockpit. It was completely empty. A few hours earlier, this Navy blimp, designated L-8, carried two very alive pilots on an anti-submarine mission. Now the cockpit was eerily orderly. Coffee was still warm. A cap rested securely on the controls. 3 parachutes hung neatly. Classified documents were intact. Everything was unsettlingly perfect, except the 2 men who should have been there had completely vanished. This isn't a sci-fi novel plot, but a real incident recorded in US. Navy archives, dozens of witnesses, professional military investigations, and large-scale search efforts. All evidence pointed to one inexplicable fact: 2 experienced pilots disappeared in plain sight, leaving no trace behind. For 80 years, this case has been listed by the FBI as an unsolved anomalous incident, when routine military missions encounter inexplicable phenomena, when rigorous scientific inquiry faces unfillable gaps. We can't help but ask, in our seemingly safe, controlled world, how many secrets still lurk beyond our understanding? Today, we'll delve into this military mystery that left modern science baffled. This blimp carrying an eternal enigma. The ghostly L-8 airship, was it a product of a freak accident or evidence of supernatural forces intruding into our reality? The L-8 blimp in the US. Navy had an impeccable reputation. As of August 1942, it had safely completed 1,092 flight missions, maintaining a perfect zero-accident record. This 79-meter silver airship wasn't just ordinary military equipment. A few months earlier, it had participated in a top-secret Doolittle raid mission for the impending bombing of Tokyo. The USS Hornet aircraft carrier urgently transported crucial plane parts August 16th, 6:03 a.m. Treasure Island Naval Air Station. San Francisco 27-year-old ace pilot Ensign Ernest Cody and 38-year-old Ensign Charles Adams boarded the L-8 Blimp's gondola. For Adams, this was a special day. Just the day before, it was like a true ghost breaking free from gravity's pull, slowly, silently drifting towards the residential area of Daly City on the mainland. Around 11:30 a.m. that day, L-8 ended its final bizarre journey. Its tether scraped along rooftops and power lines in the residential area. Finally, in an unimaginable, almost gentle manner, it landed in Daly City in the middle of Bellevue Avenue at 419. Firefighters and police quickly surrounded the scene. They rushed to the cockpit and confirmed once again the chilling fact there was indeed no one inside. Investigators immediately boarded the silent aircraft, trying to find any clues. However, everything they found only made this mystery more unfathomable. The cockpit was neat and tidy. In Cody Chung's briefcase, confidential files and code books were perfectly intact. The 2 men's weapons .45 caliber pistols were also in their proper places. 3 parachutes, a life raft were all there. The radio was in working order. The only abnormality at the scene was the 2 people who should have been there had completely vanished. To find answers, the US. Navy and Coast Guard launched one of the largest search and rescue operations on the West Coast. At that time, planes and ships repeatedly combed the area of the sea where L-8 last reported its position as well as its entire return route. However, the end result of the search was a complete zero findings. In that busy sea area filled with merchant and fishing vessels, 2 grown men seemed to have been completely erased by some invisible force. The L-8 Ghost Blimp incident ultimately left behind a huge information vacuum, and filling this vacuum are countless theories and enduring debates. The official US Navy investigation report ultimately provided a seemingly plausible explanation: the accidental fall theory. According to this theory, when L-8 was circling at low altitude observing the suspicious oil slick, one of the crew members may have opened the cockpit door to lean out for a better view. A sudden gust of wind caused it to lose balance and fall into the sea from a height of 30 feet. The other crew member, in a panic, tried to rescue him and was also pulled down. This explanation on the surface can string together all the evidence fragments, but it faces a fatal logical loophole. Cody and Adams were both experienced aviators well aware of the dangers of opening the cockpit door at low altitudes. More importantly, during the nearly 1-hour low-altitude circling process.